Look to the stars, my darling baby boys. Life is strange and vast, filled with wonders and joys.
What are you singing?
Let me finish!
Okay.
Face each new day with eyes clear and true. Unafraid of the outcome, 'cause I'll face them all with you. You're welcome, James.
It's canon.
And with that sappy musical number, welcome back to DuckTales Remastered.
Hey, this is my show. I get to introduce the episodes.
Sorry.
Well, to be fair, I would have been more than happy to let you sing it, Allie, because you actually do have a lovely singing voice, but you didn't know the lyrics.
Yeah.
So
No, I was talking to James,
the moon.
though.
Oh gosh, we have a rocket.
Yeah, because we're heading straight to the moon.
Yeah, how else are you gonna get to the moon?
To the moon, Gyro! And with that obligatory... what was that show called? That really old show that the Flintstones is based on?
Whoa.
Oh, you honeymooners?
Hello, Honeymooners, yes.
Hey, Fenton.
And yeah, it's not just Gyro with us, it's Fenton Crackshell.
He's a big spacehead.
Yeah, he's the one that dons his
Gizmo Duck armor, yeah.
Gizmo Duck, yes. I'm great with names today. My brain is fried.
Oh, by the way, and they explain how we can breathe in the air up here.
Mm-hmm. 5 good chews and you can breathe on the lunar surface without
Well, that's a relief.
Wow.
Man, that's better than what the Hogwarts kids were given in their games in the 4th book.
That's disgusting.
I'll take
That
your
was-
word for that since... I'll take your word for that since I never cared for the series to begin with.
No, I mean, it's fine.
Not cheese.
And I only saw the movie anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
What the?
What
Oh,
the?
hi.
Oh, shit.
Aliens on the moon.
Who'da thunk?
Not too surprising.
Hopefully they're friendly.
Not friendly in the slightest.
That's how they say hello in their dialect. They just abduct you.
Yep.
And they'll want to play some sports with you on weekends.
Well, for that, they just shoot out their death lasers.
Fenton was carrying the Gizmo Duck suit.
Ooh.
That's the only thing we've got powerful enough to break into the moon vault.
There's a vault on the moon?
Yeah, basically, it's like... When he says moon vault, he basically means just like breaking through the surface of the moon.
So yeah, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to one of the most iconic and often overused songs in video game history.
But it's
Yep.
so good.
So overused, in fact, it actually made its way into the DuckTales reboot.
It did, yeah.
That's actually, just to give people context, that random ditty I was very badly singing. In one of the most recent episodes, it was showing, like, Della's adventures on the moon, and there was a point where she was trying to, like, soothe this moon alien, and she basically it was basically the moon theme, but with, like, lullaby lyrics.
This is me just trying to get up there on those chests and failing hard.
You have to commit to it. You gotta...
Say thanks to the RoboCop
There we
lobbies
go,
for like,
got it,
giving you
got
the
it.
means to actually to respawn and actually give you the means to get those chests.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
I was about to say, those guys are infinitely respawning, so don't worry.
Oh, very
no, this
nice.
song-
Except two,
great.
because they also hurt.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice of the game to give me some health back after that.
That looks like the same spaceship that took off with Fenton.
Well, yeah, get in there then.
Also, be careful about that pit, that is indeed bombless.
I guess this means I'm invited.
Well, let's do it.
I'm surprised they didn't just up and abduct him just like they
Whoop.
did to
Oh
poor
no!
Fenton.
Like that.
That guy
Whoa.
just committed suicide.
And that was it.
Coding at its finest.
Let's go.
Hello.
Oh, just alien.
Oh
Cut.
yeah, and I think I edited something
Oh.
out there.
Be careful of shock damage.
I don't remember though.
So this level confused me as a kid because it's kind of very open-ended from this point forward.
It is.
Yeah, it's probably the most open-ended level in the game.
But we need to find the entirety of his Gizmo Duck suit.
Well, first we also have to find Fenton.
Yeah.
And they do, and to this remake's credit, they do add in one cute little like sequence into this remake alone.
Mm-hmm.
It'll take a bit till we get there though.
Yeah. I don't remember what it is.
But yeah, easily the Moon's theme is just so fun how they did it on the NES.
Oh, there it
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Look at all the
Look at
mice.
the lab rats.
I'm sure those little mice won't
And
cause us
Fenton.
any
Oh, and
problems.
there's Fenton.
Oh,
There you go.
Fenton, get down from there and stop embarrassing yourself.
Said the old geezer.
Right.
Goodness, you're here. I think those aliens wanted to suck out my brain and make an army of Fenton clones.
Ouch.
Ugh.
They'd soon learn that one of you is one too many.
How was Fenton in the show? Because I don't think I've seen him in the reboot yet.
In the original show, he basically is pretty much exactly how he is here in Remastered, and he's not too far off in the reboot. Oops.
Uh-oh.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, I was about to say, in the reboot, he's not too far removed from how he is here. The only, like, really major change they made is that he's Latino.
I'll have it fixed in a jiffy.
Okay.
Okay.
Of technology.
I thought you meant... I mean, you could just say that, or you could also just say he's a cocoa duck.
Well, yeah, they give him, like, these, like, nice-looking cocoa feathers. In fact, something that I think you might find interesting, Ellie, the guy that they got to voice Fenton in the reboot is the guy that wrote all the songs in Moana and a bunch of other plays, like Hamilton.
Nice.
Whoa, that's the guy playing Fenton?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Alright, that's a little odd.
Well, he's a pretty good voice actor for what it's worth.
I mean, hey, it's not that much odder than, say, Dragon's Lair having its sound design guy be the fucking voice for Dirk the Daring.
Well, that's not too
It could have been worse.
surprising.
It could have been worse. They could have had War Machine as Donald.
Yeah.
It's not that surprising with Dragon's Lair because the guy was working on the same project.
Well,
Right,
yeah.
it's kind of like how
I mean,
Peach was a freaking
even
community
so,
manager
it's
once.
a guy that's not normally known for voice
No.
acting.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Gwee.
Yeah, I remember my past mistakes.
We know we're not here to judge her gaming, are we, guys?
Nah.
It's
course not.
fine. I'm adding to it a joke.
But I think I
There
already
it
asked. I don't know if I already asked, but Gwee, what's your favorite level?
Oh, that's an interesting one. Because it's been a long time since I've played this, I really don't know.
Actually, I could have sworn you did ask her and she said the moon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, was it? I don't
Yeah, I'm
remember.
pretty sure you did. Yeah,
Well,
you
I mean,
answered
This,
it in
yeah.
Mhm.
I think I said that because the music is awesome.
Well,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
So
But,
triumphant, so.
But I'm remembering
spicy.
just how confusing this all was. This took me a while to get through.
Well,
Yeah,
all I
it-
was gonna say is that at this point, Gwee, you're just due for another playthrough.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, the game itself is not particularly long.
Of course not.
No, if you know what you're doing.
Phew.
And here, I just didn't know what I was doing.
It's okay. Oh,
Ow.
careful.
Would you say
I,
that, like...
I smell it. I smell a secret on the left.
I was about to
Yeah,
say...
so do I.
I do...
Wait.
It's somewhere. Anyway, I was about
Wait.
to ask, when you were...
No. Forgot.
When you were recording this particular playthrough, like, what would you say, would you say this recording was, like, your second ever playthrough, or...
No.
I don't remember.
Oops.
No, you know what? Yeah, it was, and even then, it had been a while since I last played
That's
it.
fair. I think as far as, like, my playthrough is that, like, this might be a bit of shameful to say, but I still haven't, like, properly beaten yet because I'm still stuck on that final chase up Mount Vesuvius.
Really? That's like the very last thing in the entire game.
Yeah, I know. The thing is that, like, actually, I'll save that for when we get to that. I can have a better time explaining there.
Okay.
Suit yourself.
Yeah, that one almost made me rage quit.
But we'll get to that in another part. So
Am I?
Yeah.
what treasure are we looking for up here anyway?
The green cheese of longevity.
Huh.
Trust me, it sounds stupid, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's as stupid as it sounds.
it smells.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Actually, because this is going to be the last treasure we will find, we're not going to get the unique dialogue when getting the cheese, but they do comment on how rancid it is.
Eh.
Even
Yeah.
if it is supposed to be valuable, as Scrooge puts it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like
And-
one of those cheeses where you're not meant to eat it. Because there are some
Yeah.
cheeses that are like that.
Huh.
Yeah, you're just kind of meant to appreciate the smell of it and the craftsmanship of it.
And the
Yeah.
fact it literally came from an alien planet.
That's
Yeah.
a beautifully sculpted piece of gorgonzola, if I do say so myself.
Well, it's not how it's sculpted so much as what goes into the recipe.
Right.
Like I mean, I don't know all the ins and outs because it's
That's fine.
that kind of thing is. It's like it's so niche. It's like wine tasting, and
It's called playing with science fiction.
Yep.
Well, no, I mean just
Anyway,
the whole just the whole thing of like appreciating different cheeses for just the, just for existing and not so much
nice.
for the purpose of eating them.
Mm-hmm.
That's that's something like the upper class would do just because
They're stupid.
no, it's
Anyway,
they consider it an art.
Anyway, that being said, because I don't know if he ever answered it himself, John, do you have a favorite level in DuckTales?
Well, this is actually my first time seeing the game actually in action.
Wait.
Oh. Well, it's fine. She got those two. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, from
they're
what
all
you've
good.
seen, what would you say is your favorite?
I'd say the level that was that looked the most fun was actually the Amazon.
Oh yeah, the Amazon's a lot of fun in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a good first impression for the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for the remastered version anyway. I wouldn't say the same for the NES version because, well, I think it's the only level in the game where they blockade you with a steep ass payroll.
Yeah.
Which
Right.
you don't have to worry about in this
nope.
remake. So
I think you're supposed to. I think there was supposed
No,
to be
I know.
a Gizmo
I'm just
piece
going.
that way.
I'm just going back just in case I missed anything.
yeah.
Because I have a feeling I have a feeling that's the path forward.
Oh, okay.
Turns out I did miss something.
You missed some treasure and a bunch of deformed inklings.
Mm-hmm.
See, Logan, I can make Splatoon references too.
I'm learning.
Oh,
hey,
Mrs.
Mrs.
Beakley.
How did you
She
get?
got
Why
abducted.
are you here, Mrs.
Because zero gravity is the last place for bad dining habits, Mr. McDuck.
That doesn't explain how you're here though.
Yeah, we took a rocket and we needed oxygen flavored gum and.
You want to know how? Because I'm
Oh,
Mrs.
dude.
Devil Damn Beakley.
And these
Who's Enhanced Gamer?
Wait, what was that?
I saw
Oh,
something
yeah.
that said, "Oh, dude." I was like, "Oh, who's Gamer, dude?"
The
Yeah, that
the
was
tag
on my
that just
Steam
showed
thing.
up. My bad. Yeah, sorry, I was too busy looking at the things she was spewing out.
Smart move.
Whip.
But yeah, anyway,
Ow.
actually, I make Inkling reference. I guess I can ask John. I'm not going to ask you, Allie, because I figured you don't care anyway. John, have you had any experience with Splatoon?
I've played a little bit of it, but I've never actually owned the game. But I do
Okay,
know. But I do know a lot of what goes on in the first one. At
Okay,
least.
what about the second one?
I've seen a lot of gameplay of the second one, but I don't know anything about the campaign.
You know Splatoon's gonna be whack
Gotcha.
as fuck whenever they start going as far as space travel.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, careful.
I don't remember if I make it.
Yeah,
And
there you go.
Okay, I
the
make
wheel.
it this far.
I'd hope you would, because that's how you progress.
I have to go back the same way.
No pressure.
God
Yeah.
God had himself a good day when he made invincibility frames.
Yeah.
I love that. Who fights crime on a unicycle? Anyway, let's try this
So
again.
just one more piece to find.
No, you got all the pieces.
No, she found all three.
Hey, you did. That was all three.
Yeah.
So you just have to hit, we just have
Okay,
to hit
yeah, I
back.
did.
Oh,
Now you gotta worry about going back to your rocket.
Yeah, just go back.
Yeah,
There
thank
you
you.
go. He's like, wait for me.
We're in luck. I managed to find all of Gizmo Duck's suit.
phew.
And Fenton himself.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
boy! Now we could blast into the treasure vault.
Just a moment, Fenton. Gyro, I think
Yeah.
I left my favorite $2 bill.
Oh yeah,
under the
that's
back
right.
seat. Would you
Oh, wait,
Gyro
so
doesn't
the-
know that he's Gizmo Duck.
He doesn't?
And Scrooge is making sure it stays that way.
And he's never gonna put two and two together?
Back onto the ship.
Nope.
So he
And,
No.
and they do call that out.
Duck when you put on that suit, you dunderhead.
But there are only 3 of us here, sir.
Yes, see?
Won't he figure it out anyway?
Right.
When Gizmo Duck
2 and
appeared and I
2,
was
yeah.
seriously
Hey.
finished?
I wouldn't worry about that. Gyro may be a brilliant inventor, but his deductive reasoning skills are about as good as yours.
Oh.
Yeah, it took a second there.
Hey.
Get on with it. Say your secret code word and activate that confounded control.
Well, wouldn't it have been weird if Scrooge was Gizmo Duck
I
instead?
can't remember it. Oh, blather and blatherskite.
Droop.
Oh, well, that was the code word.
Blather and blatherskite.
Yeah, that's always been the code word. Like, even in the reboot, that was the code word.
I'm useful to the extreme. Point
There's
me towards
Gizmo
the
Duck.
blockade.
And now he fulfills his role as he does in the NES game.
Cut the dramatics, would you? and
Only this time
follow
he
me.
sticks around with us. It's kind of like Bubba Duck back in the Himalayas.
Mr. McDuck?
Oh, there's the dollar.
Gizmo Duck?
Are $2 bills even a thing?
they're good.
I'm pretty
Yes,
sure
they
this
are.
isn't, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. I have some.
Was this
Oh.
$2 million
Oh,
2 million?
That I know is not a thing.
seat it goes.
we could have been using that as our fortune.
Back under the seat it goes.
I mean, look at it this way. At least he's an honest quack.
Nice. Go to town, Gizmo Duck.
Yeah, and Gizmo Duck, way better than Bubba.
We're gonna die.
Well, Gizmo Duck just rips shit up.
Yeah, and as far as like his
whoops.
whoa,
I got a little too
died.
cocky.
yeah, and basically the thing with like Gizmo Duck is like unlike Bubba,
Gizmo
who,
Duck?
oh he's just up ahead.
Okay.
He doesn't respond with you. Anyway, the thing with Gizmo Duck is that unlike Bubba, who defeats both enemies and obstacles, Gizmo Duck will only target enemies.
Which is fine.
But to be fair to Gizmo Duck here, it's not like there's any obstacles that need to be destroyed anyway.
Well, there is one, but that's at the end of this little path.
Well, I don't think that obstacle's gonna get in the way of any. Well, like say if you want to get like that secret treasure up there that can only be reached from that.
How courteous of you, Allie, paving the
Yeah.
path for him.
I figured that was the reason he wasn't moving forward.
Oh,
I
geez, he's trying to do it.
Well, I was about to say, I figured he could just jump over it.
Yeah,
I think they would make the rocket a bit more direct.
Yeah. See, he's on top of that one. Or was.
But how often did, like, why wouldn't they always have Gizmo Duck be the Deus Ex Machina and help him in every adventure?
Probably runs on acid power.
I think it'd get too boring after a while.
That's
Yeah.
it. That and then to be fair, those rockets could probably do more than just blow up boobs.
Yeah, speaking
Yeah, I
of
was
the,
about
go ahead, Steve.
I was gonna say it's like it'd be kind of like if in One Punch Man if they let a bald guy do all the fighting.
Saitama, yeah.
Yes.
So does Fenton actually have some sort of personality change whenever he actually does this stuff?
He acts a lot more boisterous and boisterous and just very larger
Like
than
this.
life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it, Gyro Duck.
I always figured that was just because of
Whoa.
that was for the act.
It's for the act, and I like to imagine that it just kind of gives him a confidence boost.
Gizmo Duck,
Yeah.
whose underpants were those?
Oh,
Oh,
what?
the Beagle Boys are here.
Fucking Beagle Boys.
How did they?
Wow.
I bet he had a rocket too.
What are you
How did he breathe on the moon?
well, he had a rocket, but did he have taffy too?
Scroogey, trying to corner a new segment of the dairy market.
No, but I have something just as effective.
How did you
Oh,
find out about
grab
green
it.
cheese?
Oh, fuck.
What
Never
do
mind.
you like?
He has fucking black,
Thanks for saving me the trouble of blasting through that door on
air-flavored
my own.
black licorice.
Yeah.
There we go.
Mr. McDuck, halt, evildoer!
He's gonna go off and try to deal with Glomgold, leaving us to deal with the Beagle Boys.
An entire army of them.
Beagle boys.
Of course.
Ah,
I mean that is well within Fenton's personality.
that's rock.
And actually, speaking of Fenton, that is the last time we're going to see him in the game. I want to go ahead and say real quick before I forget. I mentioned his voice actor in the remake. His voice actor in Remastered, Eric Baza, who, by the way, he has been, as far as like voiceover career, he's kind of been on fire for the past couple of years because he's
He has.
yeah, he's Fenton here. He's Splinter in the new Ninja Turtles show, which I'll say, like, well, my thing is that, like, for what he was told to do, he does it great, but honestly, that's something I could say for another time. He is voicing Leo in the Batman TMNT movie that's coming out soon.
Oh, cool. Also, no, Gwee treasure doesn't respawn.
Yeah, I always hate when
Yeah.
they do this where it only appears once.
Oh well.
See, that's why I've never been a fan of this kind of mechanic where it's just, you just had to have, like, prepared for every possible outcome, period.
If you want to
Well-
get everything.
Well, it's basically their
First
method
go.
Replayability.
promoting replayability.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, I mentioned all these roles that Eric's done. Like, in fact, actually, one of his most recent things is that he's actually been voicing a handful of Looney Tunes lately, and like a lot of their newer stuff. But of course, I know which role Allie most recognizes him for.
Well, yeah, the
Oh.
first one, the first instance I heard his voice and actually heard his name was in Rayman 3.
Oh, hello, Skype.
Thanks.
Oh, hello.
Thanks,
You all
Skype.
right?
Thanks.
I'll let you know how old this recording is.
I was like, you're still using
That,
Skype.
but yeah, that alone shows how long it's been since we started this.
Anyway,
Oh,
real quick before you forget, continue your thing, Allie.
Woo!
Yeah, okay. The first
Yeah, you
time
were
I
talking
heard
about
Eric
Baza.
Baza's name, he was in Rayman 3. He was Count Razov, the hunter.
Oh yeah, he's great. He's a fun character.
A fun
yeah.
character that really wants to have a Rayman skin rug.
Yeah, that whole thing was based on a short novel called I think it was something about a hunter.
The Most Dangerous Game.
Yeah, the Most Dangerous Game. Yeah,
It was about a man who wanted to hunt man.
Oh, guys, hold the phone. It's boss time.
Yeah, I'll talk about it more after this.
Nibble.
Hey, get away from that.
Ooh, cheese!
Bad mousey. Bad mousey.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
this is what the cheese does.
And you know what? For those that have a keen eye, yes, that was one of the mice that were on that spaceship earlier.
Yeah.
Well, we have no one to blame but ourselves.
We should run.
We could have left out those rats invented to die on those tubes, but no, we had to let them go, and look where it led us.
So be careful,
Yep.
this thing's fast.
It is.
Yep.
It also tends to hulk out every once in a while.
Well, it's already hulked out now.
I will say, though, just in my opinion, I think this boss is fairly easy, but he's another one of those bosses that I think kind of drags on longer than he needs to.
Yeah, and I think I had a bit of trouble with him because it was hard to predict where he was gonna go.
Sometimes.
I think
west will be wet.
the leaping isn't hard. It's more so the dashing, and when he pops out of the holes, that's hard to tell the direction of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm running.
There we go. I will say, though, is like, the strategy that works the most is to always never be on the bottom floor, because he's always gonna go dashing through there no matter what.
Well,
Yeah.
honestly, you say that. I would say being on the floor, not in the middle of it though, but on the floor in general, is the most optimal position, so you'll be ready for when he dashes towards you. I would say it's more dangerous to be on the side, because he could pop up from either or.
And drop right down on you.
Exactly.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Like watch.
He's hulking out again.
If he pops out of that upper right hole, then we're gonna take some damage. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to be doing that, so I think we're safe.
That was cute.
He's like, wow, really? I'm just standing right here, and he never has.
He's like child's play.
Yeah, pretty much.
What was he saying, though? Because I think we missed that.
Probably, yeah.
Probably something.
Yeah, he tends to say things every once in a while, depending on what he's doing.
Dude, I'll make that more audible on playback.
Okay.
I love that animation where he's just like brandishing his cane there.
So, which would you say is your favorite boss?
My favorite boss. I'm honestly gonna say I kind of like Magicka's boss fight the most.
Yeah.
That one's pretty good. Though honestly, it's hard for me to forget the final boss.
There you
Done.
go.
Get out of here.
And he's fine.
Giant moon
Walk
rat
it
or
off.
No giant moon rat. Nothing's gonna keep
Yeah, don't
me
ask how he
from
got that back.
cheese and all the green it's gonna make me.
Yay!
See, he says, even though he's gonna put it in his vault.
Now, what were you about to say, James? Your favorite boss?
Final boss.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one's pretty good.
We'll get to that momentarily, though, because we pretty much got all the treasures, folks. We're done.
However,
For now, but I did want to talk more about the Dangerous Game. It's basically about, I think, a guy who gets stranded on an island that's owned by a rich hunter.
We did it,
They
boys.
make a bet,
All 5 treasures are mine.
and the bet is the man has to survive a certain amount of days
Oh,
without
devil
being
damn
hunted
it.
by the other man.
Sorry, McDuck.
You know, I think I've heard that trope before, because I've seen that adapted in like quite a handful of shows.
all of the
Yeah,
treasures.
it was probably a Dangerous Game
You put
that they
the
were
big
borrowing
old
from.
boys up to this.
Guilty as charged, Scroogey. I've been the world's second richest duck long enough, but these treasures will soon change that.
Heh.
Yeah, so for those catching on, Glomgold's pretty much been doing the long con, letting Scrooge do all the work, and is holding the bullies hostage.
Last treasure.
Don't do it, Uncle Scrooge. Don't do it.
The way I see it, McDuck, you're not in much of a position to argue.
Yeah, not really.
True. I mean, they are
You
boys.
drive a hard bargain, Glumgold. Take it, you filthy cheat.
Take this stink bomb! And he's just like, oh god, run!
I instantly regret everything!
Oh, God! Anyway. Whoa!
Oh, and
And
Magicka.
of course, Magicka was the culprit behind everything.
What?
She was the ringleader.
But what
Oh,
could she have?
Surprised.
But what
at
could
that.
she have planned?
Wee, you monster! You ended us off on a cliffhanger.
She's the real villain.
I know. I'm terrible.
No, you're not.
So yeah, there's more to come in the finale.
Join us.
See you there.
Until next time, guys.
Bye.
Boy.